Joy Phelps, and I am finally speaking with Eddie Hearn. I've been chasing you around everywhere, trying to lock you down. You seem like a really busy man. How are you?
Very well, yeah. Someone said you look like an Eddie Hearn groupie. Just like going, following me around.
Shut up.
You know, a flag, Eddie Hearn flag or something like that. This is the Eddie Hearn show, you know.
David wearing an EH, all you is an EH patch.
Nice.
Yeah. You've had a hell of a week. I want to say you've had a hell of a few weeks, right? It just seems like people are just coming at you.
Yeah, I've nearly died a couple of times. You know, I'm like a cat with 9 lives. But no, listen, some of it's been good, some of it's been bad. Obviously, the table. Were you there at the table, friend? Yeah, it was a bit out there.
I'm getting screenshots that are like, Michelle, you look like terrified. I guess it was on IFL's channel.
Like, you should see my screenshots.
No, people are making memes. Have you seen the memes of like you dancing?
Drops. Yeah, I know. Well, someone said to me, "You look terrified." I went, "Someone threw a table in my head.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?" Like, you know. So yeah, we had to deal with the British Boxing Board of Control yesterday for 4 hours. You know, they acted professionally and promptly as well. The fight.
I'm sorry. What made them decide, like, okay, we're going to go ahead and allow this fight to continue? Because by all means, it had every reason to be cancelled.
Yeah, I think a number of things. I think Derek spoke very well in the interview. It's a big chance for him, you know. Like, this is probably the most important fight of his life. His career depends, his income is dependable solely on boxing, you know. So he needs this fight, you know. He needs it for his career and he needs it for his life. And he explained that in the meeting. You know, obviously they've both been wound up in the preparation for this fight. They've both been digging each other, and he just exploded. And it wasn't like after that he ran over and attacked him and they were throwing punches. It was like that, and then that was it. It's hard to explain that to the Board of Control, but you know, I just said, look, it was a moment of madness. Let's just get the fight on. You've got 21,000 people in the arena. You've got a lot of people. Most fans in Britain are really excited to see this fight. Let's not let them down.
Yeah.
You know, the fine was significant, and you know, if he does anything else, he'll be banned for you know, his license will be taken away immediately.
Right. So when everything was said and done, and he threw the table over, your initial reaction was like what the hell, right?
Yeah, because about 20 seconds before he did it, I could see his eyes going. I knew he was going to do something. So I looked at the security and I went, "Get ready." But like, you know, you expect someone to just stand up and go, you know, but it's Derek. But it's like, you know, and it was as he stood up, you know, he brought the table with him. It wasn't as if he stood up, you know, and then thought about it and then did it, you know what I mean? So listen, it's done now. The hype is good, but the conduct isn't.
Right.
So we've got to get the line right, and he overstepped the line. But you know, the fight's on, everyone's excited.
After that, he seemed really frustrated that he didn't feel as if you or Adam or anybody intervened when Dylan was insinuating that his life was being threatened. Yeah. Did you expect him to react that way with you?
I said, if you watch it back, I said to him, listen, Saturday night is all that matters. Yeah. That's all I'm interested in. And there was people telling Dylan, don't say that, but Dylan does that every fight. You know, it is, say it's tongue-in-cheek because you have to take threats seriously, but he did it in the Dave Allen fight, he did it in the Ian Lewinson fight. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, but...
A lot of bad blood with a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of bad blood with a lot of people, and a lot of bad blood in that fight, but that's why it's such a big fight, and that's why so many people are looking forward to that fight. So, you know, let's just get him in the ring and see what happens.
Now, Shannon Briggs was there yesterday, campaigning for another fight. Is that something you're willing to do, make a fight with Luis Ortiz?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, Shannon Briggs, you know, we had a meeting. I said we'd do something with him, and he believed the wrong people, and they messed it up for him. Yeah. So, you know, he's back now. He's still a big name. People love seeing him around. You know, the Ortiz fight is a good fight, but, you know, who's going to pay for it? We need to find out. And, you know, we'll go from there and see what happens with Shannon Briggs.
Luis Ortiz, Anthony Joshua, is that a fight that is in the next year or two?
Yeah, I think Ortiz will end up being a mandatory. If we get the AJ Klitschko fight made, I think Ortiz will be the mandatory for that fight. So, you know, I think that's a fight. We want to build Ortiz so that when that fight happens, that's a big fight rather than he's just fighting this unknown good Cuban. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So that's what we're planning, that's what we're doing.
He's trying to take the same approach as you did with Anthony Joshua and building him up on Sky.
It's a lot easier with Rancy coming off a gold medal win in the London 2012 games. But, you know, people want to see Ortiz. He's good, and that's why I wanted to match him with Dave Allen, because Dave Allen, people know him here in Britain. He's good fun. He'll have a go. He's got heart. You know, the Malik Scott fight was disappointing because Malik ran for 12 rounds, but Luis was disappointing as well, and he knows that. So, you know, there's more pressure on Saturday night to go out and handle business.
And lastly, I'm hearing a rumor that you made an offer to Paulie Malignaggi to fight Ricky Burns. Is that true?
That is true, yeah. I mean, we're still talking about terms. I love Paulie, you know, he's obviously got a history on Sky here, they love him too. It's just the case of, you know, does he feel he can make 140? If he can, I'd like to make Burns Malignaggi in March or April.
Right. Very nice, Hearn. Thank you so much for your, oh, it's always the daps now, right? All right, bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you go ahead and do so because Behind the Gloves is worldwide with our coverage. All you have to do is click this little link right here.